An MCU favorite is relieved to start his next chapter, and it appears he's not alone. So what does this say about the impact being a Marvel star has on the studio's stable of performers? At this point, it kind of feels like every single actor on the planet has appeared or is set to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That said, there have been actors who have elected to step out of the MCU spotlight and move on to other projects. When Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, two of the original Avengers, were faced with expiring contracts, both chose to exit the cinematic universe entirely. Now, a newer MCU star is opening up about his decision to leave this universe behind, and it may just indicate that there are larger problems at play in the MCU.
Will you make a choice?
After years in the wrestling world, Dave Bautista started appearing on the big screen in 2011 in projects like House of the Rising Sun, but it's his role as Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy films that put him on the map. With the third Guardians movie in the can and Bautista's recent appearances in Glass Onion and Dune putting a spotlight on his very real acting chops, the wrestler-turned-actor wants to put Drax in the rear view. Bautista recently told GQ, "I'm so grateful for Drax. I love him, but there's a relief. It wasn't all pleasant. It was hard playing that role. The makeup process was beating me down, and I just don't know if I want Drax to be my legacy. It's a silly performance, and I want to do more dramatic stuff." From there, he recounted an anecdote about showing Glass Onion to his fellow actors on Dune Part 2, and feeling nervous until Oscar winner Javier Bardem literally embraced him, a sweet gesture Bautista called surreal. Anyone who's seen Glass Onion or is excited for Bautista's upcoming lead in M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin knows that Bautista's acting talent certainly extends beyond the extremely literal-minded and often murderous Drax.
That's when you...
Why would I put my finger on his throat?
But the real question is this: is Bautista speaking to a larger point? Whether it's due to constricting makeup, contracts, or storylines that have to go a specific way in order to fit into a larger framework, it stands to reason that the Marvel Cinematic Universe can stifle an actor's overall creativity. Performers like Chris Evans have stretched their creative muscles. He's making his Broadway debut in Lobby Hero, and will play Gene Kelly in an upcoming biopic. Some actors like Natalie Portman were so dismayed with their MCU turns that they left partway through their storylines. Though famously, Portman returned to collaborate with Taika Waititi on Thor: Love and Thunder. Even current MCU standbys like Elizabeth Olsen, who has played Wanda Maximoff since before she officially earned her moniker as the Scarlet Witch, have expressed dismay at the stranglehold Marvel has on an actor's career. In a 2022 interview with the New York Times, Olsen said the MCU has prevented her from taking jobs in smaller indie movies, revealing, "The MCU took me away from the physical ability to do certain jobs that I thought were more aligned with the things I enjoyed as an audience member. And this is me being the most honest. Marvel might provide a steady paycheck and worldwide fame, but it can also stymie a performer in their prime." Martin Scorsese famously compared superhero movies to theme parks, and it stands to reason that, after a while, some of these actors might want to head home.